Hi guys, how are you? This is Lois. Welcome back to my channel. It's my hope and trust that you're doing well wherever you are. Today I'm happy to bring you a program that you can actually apply whether you're in Canada or whether you're abroad. And this program is called the Saskatchewan Skilled Worker Express Entry Program. So this program is under the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program, and we have in the past made another video of another stream that falls under the same nominee program, and that was the occupation in demand. So you may want to refer to that because it's almost similar to this. And yeah, so this is what we shall be discussing, the Saskatchewan Skilled Worker Express Entry Program. If this is your first time, I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and I am based in Calgary, Alberta. You are welcome here. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. For my usual followers, thank you very much for always keeping me going. Why do you want to subscribe? Because I do make a lot of videos and I have made a lot of videos. I have shared a lot of wealth on immigration programs and life in Canada. You do not want to miss out on that, okay? And I have good news that I want to share because I do listen to you. Even whenever you share your feedback, I do listen. We have created an online assessment, a free online assessment tool that you can use to assess your eligibility to Canadian immigration. So if you're out there, it's not for everybody, but if you're out there and you feel overwhelmed, you don't know what you qualify for, we can help you through that tool, okay? All right, if you have any personal question about your immigration case, you may want to book a consultation with us all the same, okay? Right, so the Saskatchewan Skilled Worker Program, the Saskatchewan Skilled Worker Express Entry Program, that is what we're discussing today. This category is for skilled workers who first want to live and work in Saskatchewan. Second, they are already in the express entry pool. So you must have qualified to be in the express entry pool. That means you must have scored at least 67 out of 100 points. That is either for the federal skilled worker class or for the federal skilled trades class or for the Canadian experience class. You must have met that qualification and you must be in the pool. Okay, number 3 is that you must meet the criteria for this subcategory, and we shall go through that criteria. Okay, I just want to say that the criteria for this subcategory does change from time to time. So you need to make sure that you're checking the Saskatchewan Immigrant Nominee Program website to check the current criteria when you apply, just so that you're not applying on what you knew from the past. Because when you apply and they assess you, they're going to assess you based on the eligibility that they have put in at that time. Okay, all right, so let us go through this. We said that first, how do we go about this program? How you do it is first, you qualify for express entry, you create a profile in the express entry, and after that, now you must submit an expression of interest to the SINP. And how do you do that? You do that by paying $350 for your expression of interest. Okay, and then the SINP does have a point system, and this point system, you must have at least 60 points out of the 100 points in the SINP point assessment grid. Okay, and we are not going to go deep into how you qualify for that. You can always calculate your own points, and if you don't know how to do that, I would be happy to help you calculate your points for the SINP program. Okay, the other thing for you to meet is the language benchmarks, and that is either for English or French, and those are for the express entry. You do know that you need a CLB 7 for NOC O or A, and then you need at least a CLB 5 for NOC Bs. Remember what we've said in the past, the competition is high. You want to make sure that you have the best language possible, so don't just go for the bare minimum, because then there's going to be a lot of competition in your way. You want to be cut above the rest. Okay, and then you must have your education credentials assessed. This is a requirement for every economic class of immigration in Canada. So if you do not know how to do education credential assessments, I am happy to help you with that. Please send me an email and just say that you want help with your education credential assessments, and I will be happy to offer those services. I do that all the time. Okay, Just check if you're in a regulated field, you will need to apply for Saskatchewan licensing. Yes. So make sure that you check if your occupation is licensed. If it's licensed, then you need to apply for Saskatchewan licensing. The other thing that you need for this program is that you must have work experience in an occupation that is not in the excluded occupation list. Yes, this province has a long list of occupations that are excluded. Okay, and I will attach a list of that in the description part of this video for your reference, just so that you can go through and see if your occupation falls in that list, then you cannot apply for this program. Okay, please note that NOC C and NOC D occupations are not eligible for this program, and even the occupation in demand program, so those do not qualify for this. Only people who are in occupations in NOC O, A or B will meet the criteria, as long as they're not in the excluded list. Okay. Yes, so your work experience. So what kind of work experience do these people want? They want people with work experience. For high skilled, you must be high skilled and of course not in the excluded list. This is what they need. For skilled professionals, they want you to have at least 1 year of work experience in the last 10. For skilled tradespeople, you must have at least 2 years work experience in the last 5. And people who have Canadian work experience, they must have at least 1 year of that work experience in the last 3. Okay, that is for the skilled professionals and skilled trades people. Okay, the work experience must be in the field that you completed your post-secondary education, and this education must have been at least 1 year long. Okay, and then for professionals, you must be able to prove your professional status. So if you're already in a professional status, you should be able to prove that, and I will attach a link in the description part of this video for the requirements related to the professional status or the licensure. So that is for you to see if your occupation requires specific education requirements. Okay. The other thing, of course, you're going to need for any program is proof of funds, settlement funds, and a settlement plan. So this is what is required of this particular program. For one person, you need 12,669, and the funds, the funds that I'll talk about here today are all in Canadian dollars. Okay, so one person 12,669, 2 people 15,772, 3 people 19,390, 4 people 23,542, 5 people 26,701, 6 people 30,104 and 14, and 7 people 33,528. Okay, for the settlement plan, you must use the IRCC's Living in Canada tool as a guideline and for reference purposes. Of course, you're going to enter your information, but you must use that tool to help you come up with the settlement plan. Okay. Of course, we know in the point system, when you go back to the point system, there are various ways that you calculate your points, and they do look for your connection to the province. How do you get connection to the province? It's either through a relative, it's either through work experience or past study in Saskatchewan. These ones are not mandatory, but if you have them, they're going to help you get some more points in this. So we just want to see who are the close relatives that you can count on in this program. It's either a parent, a brother or a sister, an aunt or an uncle, a first cousin, a grandparent, a step parent, or a member, step family member, or an in-law in the same relationship. Okay. Of course, again, we talked about our previous work experience. It's not required, but it can help you get points, and the same thing with the previous study in Saskatchewan. That is not mandatory, but it's going to help you gain points there. not all candidates, I just want you to note this because we keep getting a lot of questions on people asking, can you guarantee us? There's no guarantee in Canadian immigration. No one can ever guarantee you anything. So I just want to let you know that not everybody who submits an expression of interest is going to be invited, unfortunately. Okay? There's no limit on the number of people who can apply, but not everybody who applies and even has a lot of points is going to be invited. No guarantee in any immigration program. Okay, it's always trying. If you don't try, you won't know whether you would have gotten it. So get out there and try. Excuse me, but seeking a guarantee is going to be, it's going to be futile. Okay, there are people who cannot apply for this program. Yes, so who are these people? Refugee claimants in Canada cannot apply for this program. So, and not just this program, it's a lot of programs that these people cannot apply for, okay? And then other people who can't apply are those people who are not, of course, eligible for the express entry. So if you don't meet the criteria for express entry, you cannot apply for this program, unfortunately, okay? I just want to note before I end this video, I want to let you know that before you apply for any Saskatchewan immigrant nominee program, be very careful on the person who you're selecting to represent you. So if you're going to pay someone, you should be very careful on who is representing you, especially if you're seeking an immigration consultant like myself. You must make sure that they are licensed in the province of Saskatchewan. Not every immigration consultant can represent you there. These ones are people who have gone ahead, so they're already licensed in Canada, but now they have gone ahead and sought a license to practice in Saskatchewan, and they are usually actually licensed by the Foreign Worker Recruitment and Immigration Services Regulations. Just to say there, yours truly here is licensed in Saskatchewan, so I do have a Saskatchewan license. Failure to use a licensed person in Saskatchewan means that your SINP application may get refused. Okay, you do not want to do that. A general observation on any provincial nomination, and Saskatchewan is not left behind, is that you must prove your intent to settle in this province, because every provincial nomination is grounded, or rather they are all formed on the basis of intent, fulfilling local labor needs, and ease of settlement. That's why those are three things that you must prove for you to be eligible for this program. Okay, all right, so now get going and apply to come to Saskatchewan. It's a lovely prairie province that you do not want to overlook. This one and Manitoba, so these two provinces, Manitoba and Saskatchewan, you're going to find that they really do focus on people with connections. So if you have a friend, if you have a relative there, please reach out to them because they can get you more points. Okay, it's not a mandatory requirement, but it's a good thing to have. Okay, so until I see you next time, please take care. Okay, bye now.